Right, good morning. Looks like I am live. Welcome to the Work It Mama Career Talk, live from Washington State. This is Shanika Roberts here. I am a certified career coach, resume writer, and the founder of Next Chapter Career Services, where I equip moms to secure job offers and gain confidence while doing it. So today is part two of a talk that I gave last Thursday on how moms can manage a resume gap. Today, I want to share two more things that moms can be doing as they strategize and plan their job search. And I have an exciting update about my very first group coaching workshop. So if you are watching live or watching on replay, stay tuned for that because I would love to have you be a part of that if that is something that would be perfect for you. All right, so I am going to get started since I'm also recording. If you are a stay at home mom and you are looking for a job, or you will be planning to look for a job shortly, go ahead and give me a thumbs up in the comments. I would love to connect with you, talk to you a little bit more about what you are trying to do. And I really think that these two tips are going to help you today. So let's get right to it. So, when I did this talk last week, I talked about two things, which were you never stop being a professional just because you're home. And being home can actually be an optimal time to pivot if what you did before you went home with the babies just made you absolutely miserable. Okay. It's perfect time to pivot and to discover what you should be doing. And if you stay tuned for my announcement about the workshop, I have something there that can really help you do that. So, two more tips for you today. Tip number one would be to find opportunities that align with the career that you are trying to get back to. Okay. So if you know what that path is and you want to get back to that path, there's no reason why you can't do some things in the meantime while you are home with the kiddos so that you are strengthening your skills and creating content to add to your resume. There's a lot of anxiety about resume gaps. People who are applying for jobs get anxious about their resume gap because they're like, how do I talk about this gap? Do I just kind of leave it be? What should I be doing with this gap? What should I be doing? And then employers, a lot of them get anxious about gaps because they have this traditional mindset that a steady career history with no breaks is an indication of a reliable, hardworking, talented employee, which you and I know is not always the case, but this has been the traditional mindset. Actually, if you do follow me on LinkedIn, I do have a newsletter. And just last night, I released an article talking about this very same thing. It's an article about what HR really thinks about your resume gap. So if you are following me on LinkedIn, go ahead and check out that article. And actually, let me see. I feel like LinkedIn is not going to get this, but I will drop a quick link in the comments so that you can see that article as well. Let's see if I can do that. I am currently streaming to LinkedIn and Facebook at the same time. So let's see if I can drop that in the chat. So here is the link to that article. I encourage you to check it out. All right, perfect. So finding opportunities that align with what you want to do. I have 5 ideas for you mamas on things that you can be doing while you are home that you can add to your resume. Okay, so are you ready? All right, let's go. If you have some pen, if you have some paper, write these down. So, my first suggestion is virtual assistant. You know, if you go on Google and you type in virtual assistant job, I mean, literally hundreds on hundreds of openings will open up. Virtual assistant is something great that you can do from the comfort of your own home. You can do it part time, you can do it full time. If that is something that you can make swing with your schedule, you can do it. A lot of businesses, they need people who are great at customer service, who are great at attention to detail, who can time manage to be their virtual assistant. And this is a great way for you to gain some valuable experience for your resume. Another thing that a stay at home mom can do would be online transcription. Again, great job that you can do from the comfort of your own home. You can do it part time, you can do it full time. You can go ahead and transcribe audio files. You can transcribe video files. There's a lot of online transcription work that I'm seeing online right now. Another thing that stay at home moms can be doing could be doing tutoring, or you can start an online class. Maybe you're really good at math and you can help out the kiddos with their math, or maybe you don't want to do kids at all. Maybe you want to do an adult class, where you can teach either in person or remotely a certain skill. Maybe you're really good at graphic design or candle making or baking. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's passionate and something that it's important to you. Online tutoring and teaching requires a bunch of skills that employers are looking for. You need to be able to plan content, you need to be able to lead a class, you need to be able to communicate and speak and problem solve. Those are all things that employers are looking for. Another thing that stay at home moms can be doing to add to their resume: live streaming. And I'm actually going to add live streaming slash start an online group. I'm going to pair those two together. Social media is such an integral part of our lives. And we hear all the time about YouTubers and influencers. And, regardless what your opinion is about them, that is a job. That is a job that requires a lot of skill, and that you have to produce results and outcomes. And those are things that employers want to hear about and that you can put on your resume. So, for instance, if you start an online group, start something that you're passionate about. Or what you can do, establish yourself as an expert in a certain topic or area. You can start a group based on that topic and area, and then it's up to you to grow that group. You have to get more followers. You have to create content on a consistent basis. You're going to be using that content to educate and establish yourself as an expert. You know, that's something you can put on your resume. Starting a blog. There are a lot of moms that do that. They pick something that they're passionate about and they create content. And you know what? It's not just writing and being able to post consistently. There's so much with the blogs that I admit I am not an expert in. There's all sorts of things going on with SEO and with marketing. You know, if you really work at it, you can monetize your blog over time. And so you're not only gaining experience, but you're gaining an income with that experience. So those are just a couple, about five. That was one, two, three, four, five ideas out of hundreds, even thousands of things that you can do in order to fill that resume gap. So just to recap, one way you can manage your resume gap is to find opportunities that align with what you want to do when you go back to work. Or if you do not know what that is okay. Just try different things. And if something doesn't work, you don't like it, scratch it, start over, and do something again. The point is, those are all things you can put on your resume, because employers respond positively to resumes that actually do talk about the gap, that do address it. So, the second thing that moms can be doing to address their resume gaps are building relationships. So, as a career coach, I come across this all the time. A lot of people think that the only thing they need to do in order to get more jobs or get more interviews is if they change their resume. Granted, resumes are very, very important. I will not take away from the importance of having a resume. But guess what? Having a resume is not enough. And actually, resumes don't get you jobs, they get you interviews, they get you introductions. But at the end of the day, employers don't hire pieces of paper with words on them. They hire people that they know, like, and trust. And you're not going to get to that phase if you don't make it a priority to build relationships. Again, if you do follow me on LinkedIn and you do follow my newsletter, I actually did write an article about things busy moms should be doing in order to stick to their career goals. Let me see. I'm going to drop that newsletter article in the comments. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is. So let me just go ahead, copy, and I'm going to go ahead and paste that into the chat. Again, another great resource that you can check out. And in that article, I talk about the importance of community, the importance of having peers and mentors in your corner who can encourage you and, quite frankly, help you to accomplish whatever your career goals are. Did you know that over 80% of jobs never make it to Indeed.com, never make it to Glassdoor or all of those job boards? That's because the people who are looking to fill these jobs, they're actually turning to their networking relationships first to find people that they know, like, and trust to find those jobs. And if you are making networking and relationship building a priority, you could be considered for an interview for that job. So I encourage moms to surround themselves with two types of people, and you'll read about that in the article: peers and mentors. Peers are people who are more or less like us. They have similar goals. You guys are on the level playing field. You guys can encourage each other, teach each other, and help each other get to where you need to go. And then mentors, hands. Mentors are people that have already accomplished what you are trying, where you are trying to go. And you can partner yourself with a mentor, learn from them, and they can also help you to get where you're getting to go. Both peers and mentors may have information about current job openings that you would be interested in and that you would be a good fit for. And not only can they tell you about what those openings are, they could even be a referral, magic word, referral to the hiring manager to get you one step closer to that job. So that would be my second tip. Build relationships with those who can encourage you, with those peers and mentors that can connect you to your job opportunities. And that's it for my teach, at least my teach part. Stick around. Just to recap, we can manage our resume gaps as stay at home moms by finding opportunities that align, things that we can do at home that we can then add to our resume. And the great thing about being a stay at home parent is that you get to be the boss of your own career. Your career development does not end when you trade your blazer for yoga pants and messy buns, which, by the way, I love a good comfy pants because I have a 2-year-old and I am running behind her all the time. If you are a toddler parent, let me know in the comments if you know the struggle of keeping up with these little ones. I do not know where she gets her energy because she is so picky with her food right now. I don't know where the energy comes from, but she has tons of it. So go ahead, let me know if you're a toddler mom. And also let me know in the comments if there's maybe something you're currently doing as a stay at home parent that maybe you do on the weekends, on the side. It could be something volunteer, it could be that you're freelancing, or maybe you're doing one of the 5 ideas that I shared earlier in the teach. So find opportunities that align. And then finally, don't forget to build relationships We cannot get to where we want to go alone. We need people around us who can teach us, nurture us, and help us to find the opportunities that are right for us. So make that a priority. All right. So now that the teach is done, I am so excited to announce that registration is open for my resume gap workshop. If you've been following me on social media, whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram, you would have seen me posting about this. Well, registration is open. I started March 12th. I will be running a 4 session workshop. So every Saturday at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, that is 11 a.m. Eastern, I will be talking about different ways in which stay at home parents can manage their resume gaps. And that amazing training is divided into 4. Session 1 is called Mindset. So we will be talking about time management as well as tackling the imposter syndrome, because you and I know that when we've been out of work for a while, sometimes we feel like maybe we don't deserve to go back. It's like I haven't done this in a while. Do I even deserve to apply for this job? I don't know if I have what it takes. So we will be talking about imposter syndrome in that workshop. Then session 2, that will be all about discovery. So discovering what is my career path when I decide to go back to work, or once I start my job search, what sort of jobs should I be targeting? That's what the discovery class is going to be all about. And then we're going to have the preparation class where we're going to be talking a little bit more. We're going to get in depth with these resumes, okay? Because I talk to a lot of moms and I know that we are so worried about those resume gaps. I'm going to be talking about what you should be putting in those gaps, how you should be communicating your value in your resume in a way that gets interview callbacks, because that's what we want. We want to be able to get interview callbacks. And then finally, I end it with connection, okay? Connection, we're going to be talking about networking and talking about our professional brand as stay-at-home parents to other people who can open doors for us. Because guess what? You have a professional brand. Just because you're home with the kiddos full time does not mean you do not have a professional brand. And you need to polish up that brand and show it to the world. And I'm going to show you how to do it in this class. So, how do I learn more about the class? How do I get connected? If you head on over to my website, which I have on the bottom of the screen here, www.nextchaptercareerservicesllc.com/services. You will see my workshop information, including a button to sign up. And I have all the details on my website, including the dates. We start on Saturday, March 12th. So we are looking at, let's see, March 12th, March 19th, March 26th, and then finally that connection workshop on Saturday, April 2nd. So I am looking forward to meeting you. I only got 10 spots left. 10. And this amazing workshop, it's going to be 119 general registration. If you are a member of the Work It Mama Facebook group, you are getting this amazing course for only $89. Okay, 89 bucks. And if you're wondering, how can I get the discount but I'm not a member? Well, if you join the Facebook group between now and February 28th, you would be able to access that discount. So, with that being said, let me hop on over to get the link to my Facebook group. I will put it in the comments. LinkedIn, I'm not really sure if you're even getting these links, but it is on my profile. Also, it is in my Work It Mama article about what HR thinks about the resume gap. So you will still have access to that Facebook group, but I'm just going to go ahead and drop that in the comments. So whether you're watching this live or watching this on replay, you can have access to that. And we are looking forward to seeing you over there. And this is the perfect class for stay at home parents who are currently job searching or will be shortly. This is a perfect tool for you to really build your confidence and get you interviews. That's what we want. We want you to get interviews. And then we want you to close those interviews. All right. Well, that is all I have for today. Thank you so much for listening. I will be back next week with another career talk where I continue to talk about the things where mom experience meets our career goals, talking about those two things. And in the meantime, I look forward to connecting with you on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, all the places. I have my LinkedIn profile URL down there. Please connect with me. I'd love to talk with you. All right, take care and have a fabulous Friday, and I will see you soon. Bye, everyone.